Good morning, educators. My name is Denise Merrill, and I'm coming to you this morning to share with you some tech tool information that I've received this school year. The reason why I want to do this is because I think it's important for us to not only remember, but to practice ourselves what we've learned in professional learning classes or workshops or at VanCon or different places that we receive this information. And sometimes when we leave those places, we may forget or we may be a little apprehensive on using what we've learned. So I'm just going to show you one tool that I've learned over this school year. And every Friday, if you join in with me at 9:30, I'll show other different tech tools that I have learned about. I'm not considering myself a guru, but I'm just sharing this information with my fellow educators. Hopefully it will spark interest in someone or maybe clear up some information that someone may need. So today we're going to work with Osmo, and I have my assistant here. He's a rising third grade student, and he's going to show us how to use the Osmo. It is an interactive learning game or learning tool that you can use in your classroom as a center, as an incentive, for your students. The one that I purchased has 3 games, and it has the base that goes with it. It has the words, the numbers, and the tangrams. And I just learned they have a new one for coding, which I will be purchasing for the next school year. You have to have the base and the reflective mirror that will go on top of your iPad, and you also need an iPad. So Brock, go ahead and get out the base and the reflector so we can show everyone how to set up the Osmo system. You need the base, and you put the iPad in the base and the reflector mirror at the top, and that's the only way that your games will work with Osmo. Today what we're going to look at is the tangrams game. Brock, show us the tangrams, and each pull it out so we all can see it, and each one has the manipulatives that you need to be able to play the Osmo game. So he's taking out the pieces, and we have already downloaded the apps that we need on our iPad. So go ahead and turn on your app, and we're going to click on the Tangram app so that we can start up the game. On here, once you click play, you'll be able to choose, or the student will be able to choose which item that they want to use the manipulatives to create. So he chose this particular one, and what it does is shows you the same color pieces that he has on the table. And what is happening is once you put the pieces in front of the iPad, it's reflecting off of the iPad, so it sees what he is doing. Once he gets a piece correct, based on how he places it on the table, it will turn a solid color instead of just being outlined. And at the bottom, sometimes they give you a hint of where you should place your pieces. This one is giving us, it had a message to tell Brock to move his pieces down because maybe they were too close to the hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Hello at Rocky 705. Thank you for joining in. So it's showing him the pieces, how he's putting the pieces on the table, and if he should move them a particular way. So as of now, Brock has 4 pieces that are correct, and he is using his analytical skills, thinking skills on how to perfectly put this figure together. So now he is thinking on what he's doing. We are using Osmo, and we're using, excuse me, the Tangram game. And what he's doing is using the pieces to make this particular figure that's on his iPad. So it's showing him on the iPad what he needs to be doing, and he is thinking of the correct way to put these. So they're telling him at the bottom that it's not correct. So it's giving him a clue or a hint so that he can successfully create this using the shapes. So he's having a little trouble. So he's switching it around and he's trying to put this last piece together. All the pieces that are solid are the pieces that he has correct. But they're trying to show him, if you look at it at the bottom where the hand is showing him what he needs to do to make this piece correct. So he has to figure out what they're trying to tell him so he can get the whole item correct. All right, so he did it. Great job, Brock. So they gave him a check. And your students, this is for any age level, like I was saying earlier. Once you put the pieces together correctly, it turns black, which means it's solid, and you can choose another piece just like he has done. You can choose another item to use the tangram pieces to create. So now he went right into it. Again, at the bottom, they're showing him hands to give him a clue on what he needs to be doing. So this is giving students great lessons on learning, following directions, thinking. It is can be used as a center. It can be used as interactive tools in your classrooms. And it's very enjoyable. And like I said, it's the tangrams. And I believe on the back it said 500 plus different figures that the student can create. So that's hours of different learning opportunities for your children. So hopefully this particular video gives you an idea about Osmo. Like I said, they have many different games that you can purchase. This one I purchased on Amazon, but you can find different vendors for this. I'm not publicized on where to purchase it, but it's a great opportunity for your students in your classroom or even at home. Again, hopefully I've given you an overview of Osmo. It's a great opportunity, and thank you for listening in. And we're going to let Brock continue to do his learning. Thank you, and have a great day. And I'll see you next Friday when we have a different tech tool that I would like to share with you. Bye-bye.